Tori and Zach Roloff enjoy bowling outing with kids, and Jackson is a natural. It's fun watching. Exclusive. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel, USA Roloff Family Gossip. For Roloff Family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. In an exclusive clip shared with people from a family bowling outing, the couple shares how fun it is to make memories with their 3 kids, Josiah Luke, 22 months, daughter Lila Ray 4, and son Jackson Kyle. We like bowling. It's easy with the kids, Zach says as Jackson excitedly helps Lila set up her next shot on the ramp. When it comes to bowling himself, the oldest of the Roloff trio shows some serious skills. It's fun watching Jackson do new things, Zach says in a confessional. Jackson helps Lila with her ball. Lila does not care. As long as there's snacks, she's like, okay, I'll go along with it, Tori laughs. Kassenae, never miss a story, little people, big world. Amy Roloff slams ex-husband. Matt's financial decision on Roloff Farms. Sign up for People's free daily newsletter to stay up to date on the best of what People has to offer. From juicy celebrity news to compelling human interest stories. The kids also join them for a confessional where Jackson teases Lila about how you don't get any stripes. Strikes, Zach corrects with a smile. Nobody got any stripes because we're not tigers, the mum playfully chimed in. On Thursday, the couple revealed on their Raising Heights podcast that they will be leaving the reality show after 25 seasons. We are not coming back to Little People, Big World. Like, we are done, Tori, 31, began. That part of our lives, that chapter. Big World premiered on TLC in March 2006. The series follows the daily lives of the Oregon-based Roloff family. Much of the show has focused on family heads, and now exes Matt and Amy, as well as their son, Zach, all of whom have dwarfism. Season 25 premiered on Tuesday. Zach and Tori, who first joined the series in Season 10, later marrying her now husband in 2015, noted on their podcast that there are a lot of reasons for their exit. But Tori indicated that their 3 kids were a really large portion of our reasoning for maybe not doing the show anymore. Pressing their departure from the show further, the couple jointly said on Instagram that there were moments in reality TV that we loved and moments that we didn't, but overall, we're grateful to our crew and our producer, and we're excited for our next chapter. Earlier this week, Tori shared photos as husband Zach accompanied daughter Lila to her first daddy-daughter dance. Lila and at Roloff 07's first daddy-daughter gala. I am here for it. Just quietly mopping up my tears watching these two have a fun and special evening together. Love you both so much, the proud mom wrote. The couple's sons also posed for a photo with their sister. It's the bros at the end for me, Tori also added. People, big world. Amy Roloff slams ex-husband, Matt's financial decision on Roloff Farms. Amy Roloff doesn't approve of the direction ex-husband Matt Roloff is taking Roloff Farms. Amy speaks candidly about Matt's decision to turn the Roloff family's former home into a short-term rental property in a sneak peek of Little People, Big World's Feb. Season 25 premiere, published by Us Weekly, calling the whole situation very sad. I never pictured that the house that I raised my kids in for the last 30 years would be a short-term rental, Amy admits in a confessional interview. There should be a family or someone in it, despite her personal perspective that the idea of renting out the home in which she raised twins Zach and Jeremy, 33, daughter Molly, 30, and son Jacob, 27, with Matt, is very sad. She acknowledged it's not her place to make decisions about the land as she sold her portion of it to her ex a year after their 2015 split. Matt owns it all. It's not like I wish him ill will, she explained. It makes sense, you know, for Matt to do it. I mean, from a business perspective or anything, it definitely makes sense. In another part of the clip, Amy talked with husband Chris Marek about her ex's latest business decision, telling him, May 2022, Matt announced his initial plans to sell the family farm, writing on Instagram that twins Zach and Jeremy decided not to consider working together toward a possible joint sale, and claiming that Both of them, along with their growing families, had moved on to other interests and investments. Zach has gone on to call his father's account of what happened extremely misguided and false. That after negotiations with his dad fell through, he and wife Tori Roloff decided to move from Oregon to Washington with their kids, Jackson, 6, Lila, 4, and Josiah, 20 months, in October 2021. Amy has also been critical of her ex's handling of negotiations with their sons, saying that Zach and Jeremy were unable to afford their father's asking price. December 2022, Matt announced he planned to rent out the family property for short-term rentals. All of the families that looked at the farm but couldn't get their heads around the long-term commitment of purchasing it are now going to be able to stay here as a short-term rental, so I think Airbnb. He told Entertainment Tonight at the time, "We're going to set the farm up for more people to share it for a week or less than a week, so we're very excited about that." Little people, big world. Tori Roloff is done having kids. Tori Roloff told her Instagram followers that she and Zach Roloff are done having children. Here's what the Little People, Big World star said. Season 24 shows Zach and Tori Roloff adapting to parenting 3 kids. All 3 of their children have dwarfism, presenting unique challenges to the couple. Recently, Tori told her fans that she's totally done having children. Here's what she shared. Zach and Tori Roloff have 3 children. Jackson Roloff is the oldest at 5 years old, Lila Roloff is the middle child at 2 years old, and Josiah Roloff is the baby at 7 months old. While Zach and Tori's kids all had a 50% chance of having dwarfism, all 3 of their children have the condition. Tori's previously admitted that having kids with dwarfism comes with concerns. There are certain things that come along with having an achondroplasia child that would be more difficult than having a child that was average height, she explained on Little People, Big World, while pregnant with Jackson. Zach then mentioned that he would find a way for his son to succeed in whatever he hoped to accomplish in life. That he and Tori love being parents despite the potential challenges. "Being parents, we love it," he said. "We both work with kids to coach soccer, Tori was a teacher, and so we're all about it. I'm all about kids." Tori Roloff told her Little People, Big World fans that she's finished having children. Zach and Tori Roloff always loved the idea of having a big family. The Little People, Big World stars once admitted they hoped to have 4 or 5 children, but it looks like they're finished now that they have 3. "We want a family. I would love like 4 or 5 kids," Zach told Us Weekly. "It's just on God's timing and just whenever. We're ready for it." Asked Tori during a Q&A on Instagram in December 2022 about the possibility of having more kids now that Josiah is 7 months old. Tori told the fan that she and Zach don't want to have more kids. "Are you going to have any more kids?" a fan asked Tori via Instagram stories. "It is not our plan to have any more," she answered. Another fan asked, "How did you know you were done after Psy?" Tori answered, "It's honestly a feeling. We just feel content and complete." During Little People, Big World Season 24, Tori stressed how difficult it was to transition from having 2 children to having 3. She told the cameras that she wasn't getting adequate sleep, and she and Zach started noticing stark differences in parenting. Additionally, because their kids all have dwarfism, the children require many doctor visits and potential surgeries. This may have led the couple to decide that 3 kids are enough for them. Zach Roloff said some people believe he shouldn't have any kids because of his dwarfism. Tori and Zach Roloff were always open to the possibility that all of their kids may have dwarfism, but Zach explained on Little People, Big World Season 24 that some people don't believe he should have children at all. "People will say, 'Why do you bring people into the world?' Zach explained. "They think it's not good that we procreated and brought more dwarves into the world to suffer. But I totally disagree with that. I think people with disabilities have a right to procreate and have family." Believe it or not, Matt Roloff is actually one of 4 siblings. Of reality television success, few can hold a candle to Matt Roloff. He and his family have built a television empire on the TLC reality television program, Little People, Big World, giving viewers a candid look at their lives and experiences. Fans have come to learn quite a lot about Matt's immediate family through Little People, Big World, but the show hasn't always highlighted specific aspects of Matt's life prior to starting his family with his ex-wife, Amy Roloff. With that being said, who are Matt's siblings? Let's unpack all of the known details regarding his family. Who are Matt Roloff's siblings? Fans of Little People, Big World may not be immediately aware that Matt is actually one of 4 children. On April 30th, 2022, Matt took to Instagram to share a picture of himself and his 3 siblings when they were all children. "Cleaning up my office today and came across this photo," he captioned the post. "Missed National Siblings Day a few weeks ago, but better late than never." Left to right, brothers Samuel George, Joshua Luke, Matthew James, and sister Ruth Margaret. Checking out the photo, many fans began noting that it appeared as though one of Matt's siblings seemed to also be a little person. Of comments from fans questioning if Matt's sibling was also a little person spurred the reality star to chime in and clarify. "Yes, Sam is an LP, little person just like me, but 6 years younger," Matt replied in the comments. Matt Roloff's brother Joshua died at a young age. In his memoir, Against All Odds, Being a David in a Goliath World, Matt wrote about the health struggles his brother Josh endured throughout his life. "After me came Joshua, and again, Mom and Dad faced more childbirth trauma because Josh was born with a severe heart and lung defect, which would ultimately take his life," Matt wrote via Radar Online. Only this time it was the uncertainty over whether their new baby would ever make it out of the hospital alive. Matt explained that Josh dealt with severe heart and lung problems his entire life and had many close calls with death. He explained, "Many times Josh's heart and lungs have simply stopped functioning on their own, and on other occasions he's had seizures that would have taken his life had someone not been there to help him." Tragically, Joshua died in 1999 at the age of 34. Who are Matt Roloff's parents, and were they born with dwarfism? Because Matt and one of his brothers are little people, some fans are naturally curious to know whether Matt's parents are little people as well. Neither Peggy nor Ron Roloff had the same condition as Matt and Sam, however. Fans may also recall that Matt's ex, Amy, did not come from parents with the same condition either. Matt's mother Peggy is still alive today. Unfortunately, his father Ron died in 2022. A sad week for the Roloff family. My dad, affectionately known as Papa, to his 10 grandchildren and his 10 great-grandkids, peacefully went home to be with his Lord and Saviour yesterday evening, Matt wrote in an OG. One Instagram post. Ron was an amazing husband, father, grandfather, great-grandfather, and inspiration to many. Ronald was 84 years old at the time of his death. A celebration of life was held for Matt's father, and in November 2022, the LPBW star shared photos from the event with his Instagram followers. He captioned a post filled with pictures. Papa Ron would have been so happy to see all the cousins playing and celebrating his amazing life. A life well lived indeed. Catch new episodes of Little People, Big World on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. EST on TLC or on Discovery Plus